Hello everyone and welcome back to C.A.R. Entertainment. I am Dylan Hamilton and we are bringing you the highlights from the Long Super Value Championship Round 2, which was just a 40 over game, Killyclooney versus Fox Lodge. This game was meant to be played quite a while ago, but it was called off due to rain. Killyclooney are unable to play home games on a Sunday, and so this game is going to be played over 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday. Opening the batting for Fox Lodge is Jason Milligan and Barry Scott. I think Aaron Haywood did win the toss and chose the bat for Fox Lodge, and so this should be quite a good contest. Of course, playing over 2 days, Fox Lodge might be more beneficial for that there. I would see the first ball coming in, and Jace is going to stroke that one through the covers for 4. Fox Lodge missing 2 players from their usual starting 11, Craig Alexander and Lee Finlay, and to replace them is JC from the very second ball off the innings, bashes it for 4 runs again. So very good cricket here from Fox Lodge to start, and in particular Jason Milligan. But yeah, the two cricketers are Levi Kerr and Nikash Ali, especially after Nikash's brilliant 81 off 38 balls for the second 11 in the Ulster Plate. As we see there in the second over, William Finley's going to be running in for Killyclooney, and Barry bashes him over the top, and that's going to run away for a couple of bounces for Jace again over the top. Very good cricket, great cricket shot that there. Per a bit of fielding from the spectators, and it goes away the boundary rope for 4. So Fox got some very good nick here. 20 after 3.3 overs. This next one, Jace gets all of it. He's gone in for 4. Have to tell the boys move out of the way there. Come on, lads. We get 4 runs for it. So well done to Jace. He's motoring on at a nice rate here. He's definitely changed his game plan here. Jace, as he gets another 4. This is great batting from Jason Milligan. He's definitely changed his approach. Jace used to be a very conservative player. He liked to play himself in, but Jace is very much on it now. You bowl him anything that he in his sort of range in his area, it's going all the way to the rope. This one's straight up, but it's all the way short boundary, and it's gone for 6. And JC is absolutely motoring here now. Who's Fox Lodge on the 36 without loss, and I'll tell you what, he keeps going like this here, they'll be fairly motoring. Jace, lovely wee trigger across, flashes the bat, and that's 4 more from him. Fantastic batting from Jason Milligan right now. 40 without loss after 6 overs, Fox Lodge. Ball and change on the 8th over. It's going to be Jordan Nelson. He's going to be running into Jace. Jace tries to go straight down. He hasn't got enough of it this time, though. And Andre Henry, the Killyclooney overseas man, takes a safe catch. And that says it there, guys. Jason Milligan out for 33 out of the 40 runs Fox Lodge have. Killyclooney get their breakthrough, but Jace definitely did a lot of damage there with his 33. He came off about 20 odd balls, so very, very good. And it doesn't get any easier for them because Brian Allen's going to come in next. 702 runs in his 20 innings, averaging 41.3. A very good strike rate as well, with 750s to his name. And he'll be looking to go on maybe get that first 100 in terms of the stats that I have. As that's a very good shot as well to get under away through cover for 4. Jordan Nelson once again going to continue running from this end. Barry, he'll have that easy peasy through mid wicket all the way 4 runs. Killyclooney a very, very small pitch. You probably power scoring a 40 over game 250. You're looking about 250. It'd be nice, like just over 6 and over. As that one's gone by Barry again, and that one's going to run away for 4 as well. So great batting here from Fox Lodge to start off with. And after 10 overs here, because this is the 10th over, they'll be sort of eyeing up, right, can we get the 60 here? Can we get the 60? They weren't able to do so. Over 11, it will be the pro Andre Henry for Killyclooney coming in. 58 for 1 at the moment. That one's too short. Brian's going to say thank you very much, and he's going to hook that one all the way to the rope for 4. A valiant effort by the man out in the boundary rope, but just unable to get there. So moving on to the 14th over, it's going to be Jordan running to Brian. Brian, very wonderfully controlled shot. It's a good effort from the West Indian, but he's unable to get it, and it's going to go to the boundary rope for 4 more. So bit of a theme developing here now where it's just 4s galore at the moment. Ryman accidentally there as well. But this time, is this one going to go all the way? I think it might have done. No, it hasn't. It's went for 4, the umpire said. So we're still waiting on that 6. We're still waiting on a 6 to come here. Andre's going to bowl. That one is again very short, and Brian's going to help that one on its way. That's going to go to the boundary rope. For is it going to be 6? Are we going to get it at 6 runs? Brian hits the first 6 of the innings, and that's what we want to see. Jordan running the Barry. He's going to help it on its way as well, and that's going to be an R6. Now we're going. Now we're getting the 6s as we move on the 93 for 1 after 15 overs, 15.2 overs. So very, very good here from Fox Lodge. A very good band performance, someone we haven't seen from Fox Lodge yet in terms of a very, very good band performance. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is for me one of the shots today. You do not know how difficult that shot is to play whenever the ball is just angling away and you just whoop it through that sort of mid-wicket, extra mid-wicket for an on-drive. That's such a difficult shot to get, and it's just played to perfection. And again, once more there, beautiful textbook cricket shots from Barry, Jason and Brian so far as Fox Lodge move on past that 100 mark. But yeah, if you're a youngster and you want to know how to play shots, watch these lads here. Look at that, it's a very good shot from Barry. Just off the back foot, guides it through that backward point region and gets 4 for it. There's so much control, so much accuracy in the shots the Fox Lodge are playing with here. It's textbook batting and it's perfect batting. Barry straight back down the ground. He's going to get 6 for it. He's a changed man, Barry, too. A lot of the Fox Lodge men changing up their approach to this season and their batting, and it's good to see it working out. Barry definitely starting to find a bit of form here now for Fox Lodge as well. He's going to go straight back down the ground again. He's going to get 6 more. Yes, he will. Absolutely glorious. And Fox Lodge 124 for 1. So, like I was saying, if you want to watch some good batting, these are the boys to come and watch because they're playing very good control shots in this game. And there is a breakthrough. Barry has to go. He's very disappointed. And it was a very unfortunate way to get out chopping on. You can't really get any more unfortunate than that there. He looked to play a decent shot, just nipped back a wee bit more than he probably was expecting. Found the inside edge and back on the stumps. And he misses out on that price 50. So he has to go for 42. And that brings the overseas man Cooney now to the crease. He got his first 50 in T20 fixtures, of course, in 50 over cricket so far. He's had 6 matches, 5 innings, and he's averaging only 7.2. So a poor start to his 50 over career for Fox Lodge is for Cooney, but he'll definitely try to make amends today after finding a wee bit of form in that T20 game a couple of days before. And we see Brian again playing a beautiful shot through covers. It's just, you can watch these shots all day, ladies and gentlemen. It's so much control, and it's all down to that head position. There's not one shot that these batsmen aren't playing with their head isn't directly over the ball, and it's just perfect technique and perfect batting. As Brian's going, oh, it's a misfield. Oh no, oh no, 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 it's a bad misfield as well, and he's going to get 4 for it as Brian moving Fox Lodge on to 145 for 2 here. And I'll tell you what, we must be approaching a 50 for BA at some point here soon enough. And we see that one comes down, that's going to be 4, and I think that will take Brian to his 50, but we're going to keep moving on here. We're 151 for 2. Hopefully Brian can push in now and get a bigger score. It's going to be Jason Wallace, a youngster. He's going to come and run. He's bowled a very good, consistent line and length, but just a lack of pace isn't going to do him a lot of good, especially when he's bowling to Cooney, our overseas professional, and Brian, who's a former Ireland international as well. So 2 very good batsmen at the crease right now after Barry and Jace got us off to a fantastic start. And that's a great shot from Brian as well through the covers. He's really making that shot his own in this innings. As Jason comes in once more, Brian once more through cover, per fielding, but it's going to go straight through and back to that boundary rope. I feel bad for the fielders in the boundary there. Fuck, there's we have to keep getting the boundary, we have to keep getting the ball from the boundary. That's a great shot from Cooney as well. He got a fingertip to it. It was almost a spectacular catch. Fingertips, but I tell you what, shows you how hard he had it when a man can get fingertips and it still goes to the boundary rope. So very good stance there from Cooney. Bat up in a nice region and a very good stroke for 4 runs. Cooney sometimes has a tendency to hold his bat too low down, and so his bat speed's a wee bit slow. That's one thing I've picked up so far from watching him, but that shot there was just perfect technique and textbook with a good bat lift and hitting straight down the ground there from Brian. That's my favourite shot in the world of cricket, whenever you just hit the ball straight back down the ground with venom. It's so good. It's just because it's so much top hand on it, and that's very good from Cooney as well. He hits it straight back down the ground. The fielder's unable to get there. Like I said, a very short boundary, and this outfield at Killyclooney is absolutely lightning out here today as well on this Tuesday. Anything outside the square, and you're basically getting the runs for it. And that's a big shot by Cooney. He's going to get 6 for it. A big shot from the overseas man. William, he's running. It's going to be Brian this time. That's too short again. Just sits up. It actually wasn't even short. It was a nice good length ball, but it just sat up and then asked to be spanked, and Brian sends it all the way for 6. And that moves Fox Lodge past the 200 mark. So very good batting here from Fox Lodge. With 8 overs left, they'll be looking to maybe try and get that 250 mark, which they should easily be able to do. As that's gone again, that's going to be another 6 for BA, and he's approaching the century right now. He shouldn't be too far off it. So we're going to rejoin the action here.
Shot BA, what about it, boy? What about it, Brian, boy? Hello, BA, boy. Keep going, boy. Keep going. Push us on now, lads.
So yeah, 100 up for Brian, a very, very good 100 as well. That one comes in. Oh, you're absolutely joking. Straight up there, Brian gets his ton, a couple of runs there, and Cooney has to depart for 40. Again, just like Barry, a very, very unfortunate way to get out, chopping on. It's very unfortunate because Cooney was going along very, very nicely too. He was batting very, very well. Nikash making his debut in 50 over for Fox Lodge first team. There's a stat for the T20s that he's played for the team. Excluding the stats that he had against New Buildings, and that one, you know, I didn't move the camera because it's just that big. Like, that was an absolutely massive 6. It was huge, and there comes that raw power that Nikash possesses. Like I said, 81 off 38 balls for the second 11 in the Ulster Plate, and there he goes again. There's another one, 2 more, 2 big 6s, and we are loading it here. Absolutely wonderful batting, and there's another. It's 1, no, it's 2, no, it's 3 6s, and this is phenomenal batting. Easily going to get past the 250 mark. Can Fox Lodge go on and maybe get 300? It's a definite possibility with Brian there, and I tell you what, that's another great shot from him as well. It's going to go all the distance for 6 more. 6s galore here for Fox Lodge. Takes him back to 250 mark, and they're going to try and push on now and get the 300 in 4 overs. Yeah, I know it'll be a tough ask, but definitely plausible, definitely possible. Goes all the way over the man's unable to take it down, but it's going to tell you what, 6 more to Brian. He won't care. He's batting absolutely superbly here at the moment. Comes down, he sort of works that way around, but he just picks out the man, a backward square leg, and Brian does have to depart for a very well made 119. The highest score of a Fox Lodge batsman this season. And a massive congratulations to go to Brian, a very, very good innings. And that's going to be him on the 100 mark in the stats that I've been keeping. So Adam Walker's on the new man and sent him in for a bit of a bash. You know, Adam's got a good strike rate there. His best 21 not out. He's had 17 innings with 152 runs. Higher average than what you expect because Adam has a habit of being not out. But he's going to bash that one straight down. It's going to be straight under Andre, and he's going to take it very safely indeed. And Adam has to depart for just 6. So Richard McMorris comes on. He's got 3 wickets at the moment. It's for a man who doesn't usually bowl, apparently, from what I know of. But tell you what, he's done the job here. And that's Aidan Lowe coming in next. He's got 152 runs, actually the same as Adam, but he played a lot less innings, and his average is 13.8. Of course, his best 50 being against New Buildings in the first league game of the season. Nikash covered, he sliced it straight to the man, a backward point. Same man he caught Brian, but he's a backward point, and Nikash has to depart for a very, very, very good 30. 30 made off 14 balls. Very, very good from him, and a very good addition to the side. He'd come in and be a very handy player whenever we need him to. Levi C.A.R, the other man who was called up into the squad, he's going to be the next man in. He hasn't played a first team senior match in the stat that I've been keeping, so it'll be his T20 stats that was shown from the previous year, and we get him trying to come back for 2 here, and it's suicidal running, and it's stupid running as well. He should have definitely went to keep the wicket, but Aidan is running for 2. If I was Aidan, I would have said no way. No way is that 2 runs. It's a stupid, stupid run, and it's something the Fox Lodge should definitely look back on from this game and say that was stupid and it should not have been done. Bat for your average in those situations, it was unnecessary. The Fox Lodge do end up with a very good 293 for 7 off 40 overs. The chances of Killyclooney chasing that down are very unlikely, especially with a very good bowling attack that Fox Lodge have. But we'll come back on Wednesday and see how that chase comes down. Brian Allen, of course, your pick of the batters, 119. Barry and Cooney very unfortunate to get out for their scores as well, chopping on. But it's going to be Aaron Haywood, the skipper, to open the bowl. And yes, a spinner opened the bowl, and Aaron likes to open with spinning, likes to open with himself. Good start there, as you see. First ball is going to be on a big full toss, and Darren Moon, you know what? That's 6. So first ball, 6 runs. It's not as you mean to go on, I suppose. Now you're chasing 293. You're going to need a lot more of that there. But yeah, Aaron will be best pleased with that there. He knows himself. That was just a wee bit of a listener, but Arnold definitely won't bowl too many more of them. So we move on to the 4th over. It's going to be Alison Doherty coming in the bowl, the man who was a hero and got man of the match against New Buildings in the T20 game. Let's see what he can do. Puts it right in the slot and it's straight back over mid-off head, and it's going to run away to the boundary over 4. So straight in the slot there from Alistair, missing his line and length by quite a bit. To speak the truth there, just if you didn't hit that for 4, you'd be questioning yourself as a batsman, really. And that's too much back of the length as well. It's far too short, especially with a short boundary, and it's going to go all the way for 6 as well. So Alistair missing this line and length here quite a bit in these first couple of overs that he's bowling. But whenever he will get that line and length down, I'm sure he'll start to find himself with a bit more of a economy that reflects his actual bowling statistic. I tell you what, that's 2 leg side as well. So he's missed the line and length once more. Then he's really starting to struggle here, Alistair. I don't know if it's the fact that he's having to run up a hollow, because in Killyclooney their wicket sits high, it sits above the rest of the ground, so you have to run up the hill whenever you're running in the bowl, which can be quite a tricky thing to do, and it can put you off. But it's going to be a bowling change. Jamie Mack came on after. Actually, Aaron only bowled full 1 over from this end, but Jamie's going to be the man in. Killyclooney 24 without loss after 6 overs, so well below the required run rate. And Jamie will hope to do something here. That one straight back down the ground, and it's going to go for 4 runs. So Darren Mohan batting very, very well here for Killyclooney at the moment. Definitely trying to put a lot of pressure on, but as you see by that score, they're still a long way off. They need 7.35 and over to get the score that they need to get. Jamie runs in here, and it's going to be put straight back down the road. It's going to be 4 more. So although they are doing their bit, and Darren Moon definitely going along at a nice rate, they are still below the run rate, so Fox Lodge won't be too disconcerted at the moment. They'll be just saying, right lads, as long as we keep them under the run rate, that's good. But as the partnership keeps developing, then they'll start to worry a wee bit. Alistair, that wasn't actually a bad ball. That's just a quality shot. That straight back over his head for 4. It's just a great bit of batting, to be fair. He just picked it up well and timed it really. So Fox Lodge are turning to the strike man, Adam Walker. 26 wickets, the most out of any man so far. Since I'll be keeping the stats for Fox Lodge, but that's too short. It's going to go all the way for 6. It's massive. It's huge, and he goes all the way. Mr. Lynch sending him. So Adam missing him. Definitely just wasn't actually that bad of a ball. It just picked up well. So Adam's sort of problem. He likes bowling short a wee bit too much. He doesn't pitch it up near enough what he should do, especially with his pace. He can definitely threaten if he pitches the ball up a little bit more. As that one's just chipped straight to Aaron, and I tell you what, it's a brilliant bit of captaincy from Aaron Haywood, because he changed Jamie end, bringing him on for Ali, and Jamie with his very first ball off bowling from the clubhouse end has picked up the wicket of Darren Mohan. He goes for 40. Killyclooney 54 for 1 after 9.1 overs, and that's a much needed breakthrough for Fox Lodge. Although Killyclooney still well below the rate, that breakthrough will mean a lot to them. So it's going to bring Andre Henry, the overseas professional, to the crease, a man who loves to play spin. So Fox Lodge will need to try and avoid spin as long as they can. To Andre as he whips that one right for 4. But again, a very good overseas professional, can definitely do a lot against pace as well. And we'll see how he gets on, because he's really Killyclooney's best hope of getting anywhere near this mammoth score that Fox Lodge have set them. Adam Walker's going to be the man to come in too short again. You don't bowl short then overseas professional. If you go watching the videos I made last year, you'll know I've said it in every single game. You do not bowl short to an overseas professional. An overseas professional is the easiest shot for them to play. They learn 2 shots when they're young, and that's a forward defence and a pull shot. So you don't bowl short. They will send you to the rope every single time. I've never seen an overseas professional miss out in a short ball. I just haven't seen it unless it's an absolute beauty of a short ball. So, going to be a new bowler coming up for Fox Lodge. It's going to be Levi. He's coming on. He basically brought in to replace Coopy with his bowling, but then he's and a wee bit of a batting bit in there as well. He's a medium fast bowler, Levi. Very tall, hit the deck hard. His line and left, so Levi. And although he has to deck hard, he doesn't get left that Walker gets, because Levi really attacks the pitch and gets it up to your hip, whereas Walker sort of targets your chest area in terms of their length. But Levi should definitely be a good option here, especially to Andre. He targets his weaknesses, and that's brilliant from Jamie McIntyre. Oh, it's absolutely spectacular. A beautiful bit of movement off the pitch, and it takes the stumps. Beautiful, beautiful bowling, and Mr. Lynchy batted 17 overs, only scoring 22. Probably the downfall of Killyclooney here in terms of having a per run rate, considering they have to, like I said, go at 7.35, and they're definitely nowhere near that at the moment. It's just going to be Levi C.A.R. here in the 19th over. He's going to be bowling to Andre, who's the main man for them at the moment. That's well bowled. He's edged that one straight behind the bar. He's got, he's giving him. Andre has to go, and this is huge. Fox Lodge in cruise control now. They should ease through to the end now and get an easy win. But it's whether or not they can take a full 25 points. With the main men gone, who'll be able to score at a frequent rate, at a good rate as well, to get them to the run rate that they need, pretty much gone. It's pretty much, it should be an easy thing for Fox to defend now that mammoth score. Although in saying that, you come in here at the end of the 19th over, they have 21 overs, they score 192, I believe that says in the scoreboard up there. 186 is down to now as we have 19 overs to go. Aaron Haywood is going to be chipped straight back to him, and he takes a very good catch. So there's number 4 down, and Fox Lodge know they need all 10 wickets here, and to restrict Killyclooney to a certain, I forget what the rules stipulates, but if Killyclooney get, if they fail to, for Fox Lodge won by so many runs and bowl Killyclooney all out, they will take the full 25 points available to them. So definitely Fox Lodge will be looking to do that. And so Aaron's turn, JC fades out. The pitch is going to be spinning a wee bit now, especially with Andre out. And let's see what JC can do. He comes down, first ball, big half tracker. That's not what you want. And he's going to be sent back there up for 4. But yeah, just it happens, you know, a bit of a listener. You get them. So Jason want to keep going here and definitely get back at. Jason's a very good bowler. He's picked up his 33 earlier, batting very nice, very quickly. He'll hope to now do a wee bit with the ball. Aaron gets sent all the way for 6. I tell you what though, it wasn't a big one because it nearly grabbed out there by Brian. I think it was Brian. It might not have, because I think that's not Aiden there applauding there for the cover, so it was BA out there. So a big shot there from the batsman. It's going to be Jason here now to bowl. 134 for 4. That one's went straight up. It's going to be a catch. Cooney and Aiden running in towards it. Aiden's called for it, and a very good catch indeed. Very well done from Aiden. That's a solid catch. And T. Doherty, Mr. Timmy Doherty, he has to go for 12, and Jason's picked up his first wicket. Leaving Killyclooney now 5 down for 134. Game pretty much all but done. It's whether or not Fox Lodge can grab the full 25 now. So Jason's 1 wicket, 138 for 5 at this point. That one's going to go straight back down just to Jamie. Actually, he sort of hagged it a wee bit, and Connor has to go for his 2. So Jason Milligan picks up his 2nd wicket. Jamie with a very good catch indeed. And we move on here onto the 29th over, which is actually this over. So just a couple of balls later, actually, this new batsman's only faced 1 ball. This is the 2nd ball he's faced. JC comes in, goes for a big swing and misses it. JC wraps him up, cleaning his stumps, and gets his 3rd wicket off the day. Maybe Jace can go on and get a fifer here. There's still 3 wickets to grab. Hopefully Jace can go on and get his fifer. Jordan Nelson, the man who goes for a duck. Killyclooney 138 for 7. So yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see if JC can go on and get his fifer. If he does, he'll take my man of the match 100%. Although Brian's 119 was big, Jace definitely, if he gets this big total. Oh, and he has! That one stayed very low. It's unfortunate for the batsman. That stayed very low, and Jace picks up his 4th wicket. And that is Killyclooney 145 for 7. And it is big news there for Fox Lodge. So what I now need to tell you guys is I am incredibly sorry, but I went to import the last clip that I had recorded that contained the last 2 wickets that Fox Lodge took to win this game. Jace took a 6-fer, and I'll have a clip at the very end which proves that there from the scorecard. But the clip wouldn't import, and I also have proof of that there as well. I'll screenshot the Premiere Pro thing and put it on so it shows that it does, that it wouldn't import for me. And I can't do anything about it. I literally can't do anything about it. And it pisses me off as much as probably pissing you off, because a sick for someone that doesn't come along often, and it would have been really nice to get it on camera for you guys. But the 2 wickets were JC Bowen and Cooney taking a catch, and then Jace bowling the last with the ball, and I think Brian then took a catch at slip. But definitely Jace, you're picking your bowlers, bowling 6 for 9, 1 maiden off his 5 overs, an economy of 1.5. Just simply phenomenal bowling, and easily getting the man of the match award. Although Brian's 119, they put Fox Lodge in such a strong position. So there's the end of the game scorecard. Fox Lodge won by 142 runs, take the full 25 points from this game. Like I said, I'll let you watch the proof here. I've been Don from C.A.R Entertainment. I'll see you next time.
I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through. Call me all night long. Try to give you hints and a hard to see. Right on the line, no. Losing it on you's the last thing I need. If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry.